Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Plaid Couch. We're here with more Reddit stories. Am I the a-hole for being disappointed in a birthday gift from my girlfriend? I, 23 male, have been dating my current girlfriend, 21 female, for the past 18 months. And throughout our entire relationship, she has been aware I'm a huge PlayStation fanboy. I grew up playing on my PlayStation 2, have always loved their exclusive games, and constantly play my PS4 at our apartment even today. I made my love for these games and consoles exceedingly clear to her, and occasionally talk her ear off about them. Unfortunately, due to financial circumstances, I have been unable to purchase a PlayStation 5. Despite wanting one since release, Despite my financial circumstances, however, I have always spent a lot of money on birthday and Valentine gifts for my girlfriend, as I place high importance on gift giving and receiving as a love language. Last year for my birthday, my girlfriend only took me out for dinner, and while I was disappointed at the time, she was unemployed, so I was satisfied with my gift. This year, though, she has a full time job, so my expectations were higher, especially after she asked me outright what I wanted. I explained to her that, unsurprisingly, I wanted a PlayStation 5 and that it would make my year. She told me she'd see what she could do. My birthday was last week, and when I got home, I was eagerly anticipating my PlayStation 5 to be waiting for me. My girlfriend called me to our room and told me she had made us dinner reservations at my favorite restaurant. While I was slightly disappointed that this might be my only gift, I was still holding out hope that she'd surprise me with the PlayStation when we got back home. When we got home, however, instead she gave me a handmade photo album binder with all of her favorite pictures of me and her together that must have cost less than $40 to make. I was extremely invisibly disappointed and asked her what happened to the PlayStation. She asked me if that was seriously all I had to say, and then asked me if I didn't care about the effort she put in for the gift. I told her I didn't care about photos that I could just look at on my phone, and that I didn't understand why she couldn't have just bought me the PlayStation 5. She called me an ungrateful a-hole and left to go to a friend's house. I have texted her multiple times since explaining that I've never had a problem spending upwards of $500 on a gift for her, and that gifts are important to me, but she hasn't responded. Am I the a-hole for being disappointed?
What? He wouldn't shut up about that PS5, would he?
Listen, I love the PlayStation as much as the next guy, but I'm not expecting someone I'm in a relationship to buy any game consoles for me. I'm not a big gift guy, so this story doesn't resonate with me. But to have that high of expectations and then being that pissy about it,
That's awful.
Jaylene, what would you do if a guy you were dating for a little over a year was pissy that you didn't get him a PlayStation 5?
Yeah, I wouldn't talk to him ever again, I don't think. That is crazy. I, sorry, go ahead.
If I had to choose between a PS5 and a homemade photo album of all my girlfriend's favorite pictures of us,
Obviously, the PS5.
obviously the photo,
Oh,
like, oh my gosh. I don't that guy must have been high or something. That's awful.
He sounds like he cares too much about the monetary value of things.
yeah.
Because in that post there were a few times when he said, "Oh, it couldn't have cost more than $40," or "Oh, it's only however much money."
Also, he said he's in financial troubles, but he's like, I have no issue spending over $500 on gifts I give him.
It's like, well, maybe you should start there with your financial troubles and then save up for your own PS5.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. I just, I'm baffled that I'm at a loss for words.
He does not seem like someone I want to hang around with. especially gift wise, because he'd be one of those people who's like, I spent $1,000 on your guys' wedding gift or something like that. I can't wait till I get married. So then you give me an $1,000 gift.
Yeah, I don't understand. I am more of a gift giver than I think most of our friend group. And by that, I mean, I like buying you guys dumb stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I think for your birthday, I got you a bottle of booze. And for your birthday, I don't remember what I got you, but it was maybe $20. But I don't expect anything in return. I just like to give gifts.
Yeah, I think for most of us, it's more of the thought than the cost.
Yeah.
I think we've all strictly said at times, don't spend more than $20
Yeah.
on me.
Matthew brought me a bag of sour gummy worms one time, and I was thrilled.
Yeah.
It was just out of the blue. He's like, thought you could use these. And I was like, that's like one of the best gifts I ever got.
Hey, I have never complained about the socks you got me. I love
Uh,
all the socks you've given me.
I just can't imagine caring that much about how
Well,
much somebody spends.
there is an update.
Oh,
What more is there to update? She dumped him?
Update. I woke up this morning to a where through text from my gold digger of an ex-girlfriend. You guys have been nothing but extremely pressed towards me, but I now understand I should only be looking for relationships with people who can match the type of gifts and money I put in. Took y'all's advice and bought myself the PlayStation, and so far it's already better than my girlfriend. Thank y'all for the opinions.
So he magically has the money for it now?
what?
But what? Oh my God.
Obviously, she's a gold digger.
Yeah, this guy.
That's
Sorry, but this guy.
That? Oh, great. Now we need to use the cash sign.
It's worth it. This guy sucks.
That's got to be one of the worst human beings in existence.
Yeah, everyone is unanimously, this guy's the a-hole. And this guy's like, you've all made me see the light. She's a bitch.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
So, no, that wasn't the message we were getting across.
Holy cow. I couldn't imagine. Imagine wanting a PS5 more than a girlfriend. That's what this comes down to.
Couldn't be me.
Don't you have a PS5 and no girlfriend?
No.
Usually the PS5 is there to just make you feel a little bit better about not having a girlfriend.
Yeah, the PS5 doesn't complain when I don't text it.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Hey, viewers out there, make sure you just enjoy the little things.
We're going to cut this whole part of the segment, right? We're going to cut all this.
Am I the asshole for eating my roommate's specialty donuts? I, 28 male, live with my friend from college, a 29 male, and we bought a house with each other a few years ago. We were great friends in college, but over time he has become increasingly aggrieved, entitled, and rude. For example, my mom, who lives in another state, sends me a box of my favorite pastries once every few months. Roommate has a gluten allergy and can't eat them, so mom sends gluten-free specialty donuts so he can have something too. I think it's a nice gesture, but roommate says things like, "Why does your mom always get us worthless presents? She should get us something we can actually use for once, like a food processor." I would tell mom to not get him anything, but I don't want her to know what he says about her and her gifts for us. The most recent pastry drop came, but this time I just ate the gluten-free donuts myself instead of giving them to an ungrateful recipient who thinks they're worthless and stupid. Well, the next day, roommate sees the container in the trash and goes ballistic on me for eating his present and taking what's his. I feel like since these are presents for me from my own mother, that they're mine. And while she was kind enough to think of him and get him something as well, he has shown utter contempt and disrespect for her, and so now I feel like he deserves nothing. I feel like he is going to disrespect my mom. He can't expect to be entitled to her generosity. What should I do? Am I the asshole for thinking this way?
No. Jalen, you got thoughts on this?
I do, but I didn't want to go first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the roommates getting their just desserts. It's
Or isn't? Huh? I read this and I'm just like, how could you be so ungrateful?
yeah,
How could you be so ungrateful that your roommate, that their mom, who probably doesn't even know you that well, still takes the time to not only make pastries for her son, but specialty ones for you. And you're just like,
That's stupid.
That's
Don't
dumb.
wanna.
get us a food processor. What's the point of that?
it takes me back to my college days of rooming with your brother, and every time one of us went home, we'd come back with boxes full of food and a case or two of Dr. Pepper and any other drinks. It was like, this is our contribution to each other.
Huh?
Oh, well, that's like I would stay there on the weekends, and my mom would send cookies to us.
Yeah.
The three of us. That'd be like if we went to give you a cookie and you were like, "That's stupid. Why would your mom send that? Doesn't she know that we need?"
This month's rent.
Yeah.
I'd much rather have that paid for than cookies.
Can't she just pay the Wi-Fi bill instead? It's just crazy.
That's a real gift. These
No.
cookies that you baked for us, not a gift.
The only part about that is she would never tell us, so someone would knock at our door.
And no one would want to answer it.
Just like, oh, at that apartment we lived at wasn't in the nicest part
It
of
was a little sketchy.
so
Yeah, but this guy sucks.
yeah.
We all picked pretty similar stories. I realized that halfway through you were reading yours. I'm
Yeah.
like, we must have all had some grievances we need to personally get out. Holy cow. No, this guy sucks. He's ungrateful. And yeah, I'm glad he ate the other guy's donuts.
Yes.
Although, how many days did it take him to eat all those donuts? Because if he ate them in one sitting, that
Hey.
poor guy.
Hey, if his mom makes some donuts that often, or pastries, as you said, he's got to be used to it. Just like a whole box in a day.
That's rough. I can't.
It sounds wonderful to
And
me.
the gluten-free ones.
I like the idea of him not even enjoying the gluten-free ones, just eating them out of spite. It's like, I'm going to eat all these
Out of
gluten-free-
spite, motherfucker.
I ain't letting you get any of this.
He's just in his room, lights off, just scarfing them down.
He's got crumbs all over his body.
The PS5 glistening as his only light.
It's the same guy for the last story. He traded his girlfriend in for his old college roommate.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
That's the multiverse of Reddit right now.
Shut the hell up.
Move out of the way, Marvel.
I'm about to show you the
There's a new king in town, and it's called Reddit. Am I? I'm not ready. Hold on. Am I asshole for not being ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry. Am I for telling my mom not to invite her friends again for ruining my birthday party? I, 18 female, recently had a birthday. At first, I was just going to have lunch with my friends at a restaurant, but my parents insisted on joining us and celebrating it together. I didn't mind and told them I would be happy to have everyone together at the party. It was all going well until my mom told me she invited her friends to my birthday party. I didn't want them there because I didn't know them well enough, and it was just supposed to be people close to me. But she was stubborn about inviting them, so I suggested we could have two timings, one for my mom's guest and the other for my friends. She agreed to it, and it was settled we'd invite her guest at 12 p.m., while my friends would be there at 2 p.m. This way I could spend time with my friends and also give enough time to the other guest. On the day of the party, none of my mom's guests arrived on time, and only by the time all my friends were there did they start arriving. I was a bit annoyed but didn't say anything. One of the guests' daughter, around 6 years old, wouldn't leave me alone. She clung to me the entire time. Her parents insisted on having her cut the cake. I let her do it since she was just a kid who probably wanted to do it for fun. But then she started smashing the cake with her bare hands, wiping her snot on my new dress I was wearing, and even spat on the food. And her parents, instead of disciplining the kid, stopped the music that my friends and I were playing and played the kids' music so that their daughter could show us her dance. I didn't get to spend a single second with my friends, and by the time they left, everything was a mess. I still kept my cool and thanked everyone, including those parents, for coming to the party. Once everyone left, I started crying and told my mom how her guest ruined my birthday and that I hoped I never have to see them again. She took it as me blaming her for everything, so she started telling me how grateful of a child I am and I don't deserve to have a birthday party. I don't even know what to tell her anymore.
Wow, that's a lot to unpack. Well, granted, she is only 18, so it's the way she went about telling her mom. First off, wasn't the best way. She should have. I think she should have explained a little more instead of, straight up just a reaction to it.
Mhm.
But also, like, her mom was present, wasn't
Yeah,
she?
yeah, her parents were there.
So she saw all this go down, and she still talks like that to her daughter, whose birthday it is.
Yeah.
That's awful. That's awful.
I think the daughter's reaction is valid. Like, she straight up is crying. Like, she's clearly visibly upset. I don't think any of this is the daughter's fault. From this perspective, no. Like, it's your 18th birthday. You shouldn't have to deal with a 6-year-old kid ruining your party. And I'm sorry. I had an 18th birthday once, and I like my mom's friends. I didn't want to spend it with them. Like, I'd want to spend it with my friends.
Yeah, I feel like having the parent having their friends over is fine for like the first 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
After that, the kids should have their own friends that they want to hang out with and invite over.
It just sounds like they're not respecting this girl's party wishes.
No.
Not at all. Oh man, if I saw that go down with my own kid, like the little kid rubbing snot, spitting, I'd be ticked. I'd kick him out right there.
Well, here's the problem, Matthew. We would never put our kids in that situation where it's like, you can hang out with your friends, but we also want to invite our friends to your party.
Matthew, I'm going to be pissed when your 18-year-old daughter has her birthday party and I'm not invited.
Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine that right now. I don't want to.
So you better invite me.
And then Jaylene's going to get mad at me for inviting her. And she's like, your kids are just going to bully me.
Second 6-year-old kids are going to like start just smacking the
Tegan's kids would look over after my kid. Like if something was going down with my kid, Tegan's kids would step in and be like, "Hey, what's going on?"
RKO him out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, this girl is definitely not the asshole. She just wanted to enjoy her birthday. And
And she's in that like time frame. I'd say, not that I know, but it seems like girls from the age of like 15 to 21 really want to have like the perfect birthday. Again, I don't know from experience, but MTV.
my super sweet 16.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
Uh,
It's true. And it's your birthday. You want to have a good time. So I don't blame her one bit.
it's the one day it's okay to be selfish and want it to be about you. It's not a week like some people want, Matthew.
Hey, it's the world revolves around me.
You straight up could have put that blame on me because I am that person. It's like my birthday's this week. That's the only thing that matters.
Clear all your schedules. I don't give a shit
And
what
then-
you're doing.
I'm the one where it's like, I wake up and then someone will send me a text like, happy birthday. And I go, oh, it is my birthday.
Hey, what are we doing today? What's today? Hey.
All right.
All right. Well, I think that's all we have for you guys today. Thanks for watching a totally normal Plaid Couch video. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, get notified when we make new videos. We got a new video once a week. And we have all our social media crap down below, so follow us if you want. I'm sorry, this video is off the rails. We'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Bye.